And so, yeah, I use Zoom all the time for my team calls, everything. I just love it. So, yes, we are recording it. Anything that you ask, we will be able to, bring it back up later. So as we're going through the next little bit, I want you to write down questions. I want you to write down ideas that you have, just anything for me. I'll be totally open and honest with you guys. So for those of you that don't know me, first off, thank you very much for coming on this call. I'm super excited for this tonight. I just think it's such a wicked opportunity. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Lawrence. I'm from Cranbrook, BC, a small town in BC. I have a little one. Her name is Brody Lynn, and she's 3.5, almost 4, which is crazy to me. Like, you guys that are moms on here can totally agree that that time goes by way too fast. But it's been, the most incredible 3-year, almost 4-year journey of my life with this company. And it's just opened up so many doors for me. So I'll tell you my story, how I got into it really quick. I started as a Beachbody coach after I had an incredible transformation with one of the workout programs. I love the workout programs. I don't know how many of you guys have actually tried the home program, so I'll talk about that a little bit too. But how I got started as a coach is after I had I had moved back in with my parents. I actually had a pretty good job. I was a skincare specialist. I owned a shop here in Cranbrook. And this is about 3.5 years ago. I moved back in with my parents into my parents' basement, and shortly after that, a couple of months, I found out that I was pregnant with Brody Lynn. And at that time, I was not able to continue with my job that I was doing. The hours were insane, 12, 13-hour days. You cannot do that, with a pregnancy or with a new baby. So, I found myself unable to go back to work. I had to cut hours back. I found someone to, kind of replace me in a job that I honestly did love. I loved what I did. So it wasn't that I hated my job and I had to go home. My boyfriend at the time, Brody Lynn's dad, was working like 13-hour days on the weekends, making like $12 an hour. And going to school full time. So there was very little income coming in from there as well. And shortly, through my pregnancy, shortly after I found out that I was pregnant, my parents' house sold. So, we had no money. We had no savings. I partied like crazy. I was that party girl, up until I got pregnant. So it came as a complete shock to me when I did get pregnant. So we didn't have, the safety net. We didn't have a plan. It was the scariest time of my life. I did not know what we were going to do, being pregnant. And a lot of you on here, I think, are moms. You can relate with me on that one, how it was just like, what the hell am I going to do? I was so scared. So, my parents' house sold, and so I was like, okay, we're going to become homeless, if we don't figure something out really quick. So we pooled all of our money together over a short period of time, and we moved out into a condo that I later found out was infested with black mold. I had moved into this condo with my new baby. We had no money. The carpets had holes, like big holes in the carpets. It was awful. And shortly after we moved in there, a few months later, I remember sitting on my bedroom floor and I was unpacking boxes, and I pulled out a Bible that I had gotten when I was a little girl. I was like 5. I got a Bible for my birthday, and I put a $20 bill into my Bible. And I remember sitting with Brody Lynn laying beside me on my bedroom floor, and I started to bawl my eyes out while I took out the last $20 that I had to my name to buy diapers for my baby. And at that moment in my life, I felt like my entire world had crumbled before it had even started. I was 22 years old. And it was just a moment of complete defeat. I felt completely deflated. I felt like, how did I let myself get to this point? And I looked at her and felt like, this is so unfair, that I've brought such a perfect little human, into a world that I can't support her. And it was just such an unstable situation. So I guess the one thing that I felt that I still had control over in my life when everything just felt so chaotic and I felt so out of control and I felt like I just kept spiraling further and further out of control, is I knew that I had complete control over my health. That is one thing that I still had complete control over. And I knew that, the health of my family and the health of myself was kind of the thing that got us into this in the first place. And I needed to take care of that first, because if I could give her anything, if it wasn't the perfect life, or if it wasn't, all of the things that I wanted to give her, the one thing I could was pass on an image of, self-worth and be a good role model for her. And weight and self-image was something that I really struggled with my whole life. Major self-image issues, like I'd beat myself up so bad. I was never, really overweight, but I just struggled with a lot of things, anxiety, all that kind of stuff. And I was so scared. I was so scared when I had a daughter that I was going to pass that on to her. As a mom, you never want to pass something so negative and horrible onto your child. So that was a huge point for me when I realized, I have to make a change. I have to get my health under control. I have to be proud of the body that I'm in, whatever that means for me. I may never be at the perfect size, or I may never fit into that size that I want to, but at least I'll have the confidence to pass on to her to say, it doesn't matter what size you are, as long as you're happy and you feel confident, and that's all that matters. So that was my, main goal with this. So I sold some of Brody Lynn's clothes. I sold my baby's clothes to buy my first challenge pack. And I signed up as a coach. I originally signed up as a coach so that I could get a discount, because I couldn't afford it. I could not afford Shakeology. I could not afford the pack. So I signed up to get a discount because I wanted to do it the cheapest way possible. But I was bound and determined to, get my health under control. So I did sign up as what we call a discount coach. And it was shortly after that, every month I had more energy. I felt vibrant. I was excited. I felt alive again. I felt like, I had something to wake up in the morning and have that was just mine. And I know that people seen that in me. I struggled for so long with what was going on. People were like, wow, what are you doing? That's incredible. Even before the weight loss transformation. So keep that in mind. I didn't lose 100 pounds before I became a coach. But what I did is I bought Turbo Fire, which is a 90-day program, like 3 years ago when it came out. And I lost 37 pounds in 90 days. And of course, all of my girlfriends and my mommy friends and everyone were like, oh my gosh, you look incredible. What are you doing? How do you have so much energy, with your new baby and all this? So I kind of, started talking about it. I started talking about the programs. I was referring people to the programs, no different than I would refer you my favorite restaurant or my favorite mascara. I was referring people to these programs because I believed in them and I loved them so much. And that's how the business started. So I'm here to tell you guys that I do not have some crazy background in marketing. I really don't. And I'm extremely computer illiterate. I'm horrible with computers. But what I did have when I started this business is 100% belief. I had this burning desire to help people, and I did not want to sit there and know that my life was changing and that there was another mom or another woman or another wife or, another daughter sitting out there either struggling with that self-image that you didn't want to get out of bed in the morning, or someone that was struggling and taking that last $20 out of their purse to buy those diapers, right? So I knew that I had to put the word out there. I knew that I had to do whatever it took to put my story out there. It had nothing to do with selling products. I was just so freaking excited that I finally, for once in many years, felt like I had, complete control over my life. So that is, you guys, how I got into Beachbody. I didn't go searching for the perfect at-home business opportunity. That's not how this started. I didn't look at it as a get-rich-quick scheme, because if that's what you're looking for, it's not. All of the girls on the team that have had success with this business have worked their butts off, both physically and from a business perspective. But It is so worth it. It is the most rewarding thing I have ever done, from a business perspective and a self-confidence perspective. It has just been 100% life-changing for my family. So that's my story. That's how I got into it. So tonight, what I want to cover with you guys just quickly is, those basic questions that people have. So you look at my Facebook page and you're like, okay, so she posts sweaty selfies. I know that she works out and she has this team, but I actually have no idea what she does. And how could someone possibly, build a full-time income off of posting sweaty selfies? So what I wanted to go over with you guys tonight, plain and simple, we're going to talk about, those sweaty selfies. I'm going to talk about money, that uncomfortable, topic that nobody wants to talk about, even though we live and breathe off money. So we're going to talk about it and we're going to dig deep. I'm not going to hold anything back from you guys. I'm going to talk about social media really quick. And then I'm going to tell you exactly what it entails to become a coach and what a coach actually does. So the first thing I want you guys to understand is that you do not have to be at a certain point in your health or fitness journey to become a coach, okay? At all. When I started as a coach, I was 40 pounds overweight. And it was the most incredible decision, that I could have made. And the reason I tell you that it's not important to be at your journey is because the most important thing as a coach is to be relatable. People come to you for help because they can relate to you. They look at your journey, they look at what you're doing, they look at how, happy and excited you are, and it's like, I need help. I want help with that. I want to do what she's doing, and it's as simple as that. So I want you to understand that no matter where you are in your fitness journey, even if that means that you haven't started your fitness journey yet, you could still make an incredible coach. Another thing to keep in mind, if you haven't started your fitness journey yet, don't be afraid to start, because honestly, if there's a woman out there that has like 80 pounds to lose, she's going to be a lot more comfortable going to the woman that just started her journey. She talks about how she's, still kind of squishy in her jeans, but she's out there and she's busting her butt. She's getting up every morning and she's loving it. It's going to be a lot more easy to be, approachable to that person than it is the person that has, a 20,000 person following with a six pack. That's intimidating to people, right? So just keep that in mind, that you don't have to be at a certain level. You do not have to be, a health professional or a fitness instructor or really know anything about it. The way that these programs are designed, everything is set out for you. So we don't have to, customize so much with workout programs and setting people up on meal plans, because it's all done for you. Your job as a coach is to be a product of the product. You already love the programs and, the products that you're using. So, work out, get in great shape, drink Shakeology, love it, feel good, feel confident, and the rest will take care of itself. Okay, so if you don't have any sort of background in the field or you're not into fitness yet, that's okay. I wasn't. Most top coaches weren't. And it is to your benefit. The less you know in the field, the better. And you're going to learn everything that you need to know along the way. So don't be afraid of that. The next thing that I want to tell you guys is there's two types of coaches, okay? So don't think that if you're sitting on this call, you're like, oh my gosh, I am so not ready to commit to building a six-figure business, and the whole idea behind it just freaks me right out. And I know that there's a lot of you out there going, yeah, that totally freaks me out. I was scared of it too. I was like, really? Network marketing? I don't know if I'm into that. I was totally skeptical. I was like, I do not want to be one of those six-figure income earners in a network marketing company, because it's definitely got to be a scam. Okay, so don't be afraid of that. I was the skeptic too. But there is two types of coaches. So don't think that you have to jump into this business and we expect you to work 12-hour days and, build these crazy businesses from nothing. The two types of coaches, we have hobby coaches and we have business builder coaches. So our hobby coaches are people that, sign up and they love the workout programs. They're working out every day. They feel awesome. And they're like, man, I want to save 25% off my Shakeology every month. right? Who doesn't love a great discount? So that's a hobby coach, someone that signs up just for the discount. They want to be involved in that community. They want to be involved with other moms. And, they're like, hey, I think my friend and my mom and my sister, they also want to sign up and do the challenge with me. That is totally fine. In fact, that's awesome. If you set that as your first goal of, just getting into it, finding your own group and helping a couple people that you love in your life get into better shape, find better health, then that's awesome. And I highly recommend starting there. That's wonderful. So that would be a hobby coach, or what we call a discount coach. The other option are the people that come into it as a business builder. These are people that do, they put in more hours. They go through a more thorough training. They're aggressively working their business. With that said, you are 100% the CEO of your own business. I don't babysit you. I don't tell you what time to show up for work. I don't tell you what to wear to work, and I don't tell you how to run your business. What I do is, we talk about your goals. We decide what's going to work for you as far as how much time are you willing to spend on your business? How much time do you want to spend on your business? What does your lifestyle look like? Do you have kids that we're working around? Do you have a full-time career that you love that you'll be working around? These are all options that we're going to look at. And we can kind of customize and build the ideal business around what you're already doing. So, stay-at-home moms, we have a little bit more time, but we do have, moms that have kids that are in school. We have women that are not moms. We have men. We have, corporate women, all that have incredible success in this business. So that is one of the things that I absolutely love about it, is it is completely customizable as far as hours that you work, your schedule, everything. You can build it around your business. Okay, so there is different levels of being a business builder coach. So don't think that I'm going to tell you that you have to come in and, we're going to build this business and you're going to just focus on it all the time. Yes, you can do that, and I will sprint alongside you if that is your plan. But yeah, so it's totally up to you how you want to run your business. Those are business builder coaches. So as I'm going through the rest of this call, I want you to just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. Like, what kind of coach do I think that I would want to be if I was going to join into this business? So that when we start talking about the business, you understand that it's not necessary for you to come in and go crazy and, do all of these things when you're just not there yet. And most of you won't be there yet. So don't be afraid of that. So you're probably like, what is a coach? Like, what does a coach do? What do you even, honestly, like, what does a coach do, right? So I've told you kind of what a coach isn't. Okay, we aren't meant to know everything about everything. You do not have to have the knowledge, that a personal trainer does. What you do have to have is this driving, burning desire inside of your gut to help people. And I am not even kidding. Like, that is all it takes. If there is something inside of your gut while you're sitting there listening to this call that is saying to you, I want to do something more with my life. I know that I am meant to do something more with my life than what I am doing with it right now. I see myself providing a certain life for my family, and I'm willing to work towards that. I want to help people around me. I want to help my loved ones. I want to help my friends. I want to help other people in the community that I've met. And ideally, I would like to help a lot more people, that are involved with them as well. And that's all it is this feeling that you have that you're ready to reach out and change lives. The cool thing about this business, you guys, is the products sell themselves. Okay, so we've been running infomercials. Like, Beachbody spends millions and billions and trillions of dollars on advertising. You ask someone if they know what P90X is, I guarantee you 99% of them will say yes, they know what P90X is. Okay, so you don't have to run around trying to sell stuff to people. Okay, people already know what it is. What you do have to do is feed off of that burning desire that's inside of you to help people. Get on your own journey, take care of your body, and, feed it good and work out and feel incredible and be willing to pass that on to other people. And that is all that coaches do. you want to be inspiring and you want to be motivating. And I want to be totally transparent and honest with you guys right now when I say that about being inspiring. When I started this journey as a coach, where I was in my life, trust me when I say that I did not feel motivating. I did not feel inspiring. I felt like I had no confidence. This was something that I learned. Okay, this is something that I learned along the way. I learned from other coaches. I learned from working out every day and putting myself in a position where it was like, I can do this. And the more I fed off this incredible group of people, the more I wanted it and the more hungry I became for motivation myself. And the more you're, filling your tank with all that motivation and everything else, the easier it is for it to come out of your pores and be passed on to somebody else. Does that make sense? Yeah, that makes sense to you guys. So I just want you to understand that this business is 100% learning alongside the people that you decide to help. Okay, so if I said to you, I'm doing this, I'm loving it, I want you to try it with me, they decide to try it with me, I'm going to learn so much along the way with that helping that person. You grow every single day in the business that way. I would consider us a cheerleader. If I had to put a name on it, I would say that we're cheerleaders. We help people figure out what's going to be the best program for them and we cheer them on. And that's it. I'm the person that's going to be here every day to say, you know what, girlfriend, you got it. You got it. I got it. Let's do this together. And that's all it is. And the positive environment is the most incredible thing that I have ever experienced in my whole life. So that's what a coach is. Keep that in mind. All we have to do is get on our own journey, talk about it, be excited about it, and, invite people to be on that same journey with us as I will help you do it. Okay. So that's what a coach does. The next thing that I want to talk to you guys about is social media. So you're like, okay, so I get it. I get what you do. I get what you do as a coach. You're going to help me on this journey. But you're like sweaty selfies and stuff. What are those all about, right? So that was one way that when I started as a coach, I decided that I was going to put myself out there on social media. I was going to start talking about my journey. And if anyone became inspired by it, or if I touched anybody's life that day, that was my goal. That was it. I didn't start talking about it necessarily from a business perspective. It was definitely just from like, man, if I can help one other mom have a little bit more energy, that would be like super cool. So that is how, I've kind of ran my business with social media. So please understand again that I did not have a huge following when I started as a coach. I think as moms too, we become a little bit introverted. I think we can all agree with that. Like, we don't have a ton of friends except for the ones on Facebook, and we don't really talk to them much anymore. So know that I had 300 friends on Facebook when I started as a coach. I did not have a huge following. I've built this business from, my tiny little Facebook friend list that I had from high school. The cool thing about it is that we talk about our journey, and it's our journey that sells us as coaches. We do not have to go around putting sales all over our Facebook and yes, P90X is on sale. And I please don't do that. That's icky, and I will block you off Facebook if you do that. That's not what this is. This is 100% talking about your journey, the journey that you're on, why you love the way that you feel, and talking about the products as if I love them in my own life because of this. Okay, I hope that makes sense to you guys. I like to think of this business no different than if you were to refer your favorite restaurant to a friend. It does not have to be any more awkward or any more different than that. So if I'm sitting down, I'm chatting with my girlfriend, we're talking about this restaurant that I'm absolutely in love with, all I would have to say to her is, oh my gosh, I went to this restaurant the other night. I absolutely loved it. The food was so good. We had such an incredible time. I'd tell her like, oh, the waitress was awesome. We had a blast. The prices are wicked. You should definitely try it out. She'd be like, yeah, totally. I'd love to try it out. Not creepy. We do it all the time. right? I don't have to tell her the location of the bathroom and how many people were in the kitchen and what the ingredients were and all of this stuff. She doesn't care about that. All that she cares about is the fact that you had an incredible time, you love it, she trusts you, and she's going to go try out the restaurant, right? So don't think of this business any different than referring, your favorite makeup product or your favorite restaurant, because it is no different. You love the products, you love the workouts, you're talking to your best friend about it, and it's as simple as that. Leave it there. You don't have to know everything about everything right from the beginning. So understand that. And the next thing I want to talk about is personal development. So like I said before, when I started this business, I really did have no self-confidence. I had no confidence in myself, what I was capable of. If someone told me that, this was going to become my full-time career, I would have laughed at them and told them that they were crazy. But it became my career, and that was through personal development. So understand also, in this business, it is not just about sales. This business is not just about business. This business is about growing yourself. And the faster that we can get you to grow into a place of confidence and excitement, the quicker you're going to have success. So that is actually one of the 3 vital behaviors. We call them 3 vital behaviors of being in this business and being a coach. You have to work on yourself, and you have to grow yourself as a person. So personal development is a must in this business, which is actually a really exciting thing. What other company can you think of, or job can you think of, that you actually have to work on making yourself a better person to have success? There's probably not a lot that you can think of. This business is one of them. I teach you how to do personal development. I teach you how to grow yourself. So don't worry about that. I got you covered there. It's 110% mental focus, mental clarity, and, being able to stay excited and motivated yourself. So that's a huge thing that we're going to focus on. And I do believe that as women, as moms, as wives, we can all work on that, confidence thing and that outer shell and the inside as well. So, it's such an incredible positive experience on that side of it as well. So enough about social media. If you guys have questions on that, feel free to ask me at the end. I'll answer them. The next thing that we're going to talk about is the money part. The part that nobody likes to talk about, but that's okay. I'm going to talk about it. I would normally insert my Beachbody disclaimer here that Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success. You have to work your butt off to become successful. And I think we can all agree on that. And if I told you anything otherwise, you would tell me it's a scam, and I would agree with you. But it's not, you guys. This business absolutely is a direct reflection of how hard you are willing to work and how many lives you are willing to touch. So the money part of it, Casey, how do I make money? Show me the money. How do I make money in this business? So basically how it works, you guys, is you're going to make a 25% commission off of everything that you sell, off of every person whose life you are able to change. You're going to make a 25% commission. So what that means to you is, for every person that you are able to, say, hey, I would love to help you out. Yes, they agree. They decide to join you in your journey. For every single person, you're going to make between $40 and $100 right off the bat. Okay. It goes directly into your bank account every Thursday. We get paid every week. So the first 3 months in your business are generally quite commission based because you don't have a team underneath of you. So, based off commission, the more people you can help, the more money you're going to make. So, often coaches will sign up. The ones that do think that this is a get rich quick scheme, they usually don't make very much money and they drop off quite quickly. The people that, are out there, they do want to help people. That is their goal. They usually make anywhere from $100 to $300 in their first week. I have seen coaches come in and make, $1,000 in their first week. So it's completely 100% a reflection of how hard you're working and how many people you're talking to. With that said, my first month in the business, I will have to bring up exact figures for you guys. I actually posted it not too long ago. on my Facebook profile. Just let me see if I can actually bring up these exact figures for you guys, because it's pretty powerful in speaking, in terms of actual figures. Okay, so I'm just going to bring this up and I'm going to tell you guys really quick. Okay, my first month as a coach, and keep in mind, I have worked just as hard in this business from day one that I did up until about 6 months ago, when I started working a lot less on signing people up and more on working with my team and making sure, that they're having success. So my first month as a coach, I made $359. After 12 months as a coach, so after my first year, I'd been a coach for a year, I made $2,800 a week, or a month. Sorry, I had $2,800 a month. Last month, my earnings were $22,000. So you cannot do that all off of commission. Please understand that. So you can see how in the beginning, for the first, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, I was absolutely 100% commission based. So I made about $300 and $600 and $900, so on and so forth. Now I am 100% residual income. So that $20,000, $25,000 that I make a month is all residual income based on my team. So what that means to you guys is that there are rank tiers in this business. Tell me any other business that you can think of that you come in, you work your butt off, you literally get paid for the work that you're doing. You inspire other people that are just like you, not people that you don't want to work with, but the people that you actually do want to work with, the people that you want to show up and, have a coffee date with. You get to work with those people. If you teach them all of the nuggets that you've learned along the way and they have success, it means that you're going to have more success and you get to work less and more on them. How incredible is that, though? And honestly, that's all this business is. So don't get too caught up in what is, rank and volume and all that kind of stuff, because that all comes with it. All I want you to understand is that there is tier systems. As you build a team, as you inspire other people to work this business and they have success, if they have success, you're going to make a percentage of everything that they make. Okay, so everyone on my team that I have helped, that I have inspired, that I have helped, and that I have trained and taught to do this exact same system of, commission-based sales, I make a percentage of everything that they make. Pretty incredible, right? I hope that makes sense to you guys. It can get really confusing until you get into it and you can see it all visually, but that's basically all it comes down to. So the main focus behind it is you do want to build a team. If you are a business builder coach, you do want to build a team. You're probably like, I'm freaked out right now. I don't know how to run a team. I've never ran a team. I don't know how to inspire people. I don't know how to train people, and I'm freaking out right now. I want you to understand something. When you join this team, we are a family. I do not sign you up as a coach and say, okay, now you go build the team and figure it out on your own. It doesn't work that way. My coaches and my coaches' coaches and my coaches' coaches, we all work together. We have created a training website that teaches you everything that you need to know. When it comes time for you to build a team, I help you build the team. When it comes time for you to sell something, we help you sell something. So you're never alone in this business. When it comes time for you to place different people in the business, we're going to help you do it. We are 110% going to help you grow your business the right way. So don't be afraid of that. Don't be scared by it. I've been in this for 3 years. I think I got it figured out enough to teach you guys. So don't be scared of that. Don't be scared of the whole team thing. It's really not that scary. It's actually really fun. and you guys will love the team. They are such an incredible group of women, and I could not be more blessed, if not for this business, just on a personal level, to be surrounded by those women every single day. Our coffee dates, the things that we talk about, we laugh, we cry, we inspire each other. And if for nothing else, I feel so blessed to be a part of their journey and a part of this team. So just know that, keep that in the back of your mind. You're not on your own. We all do it together. So the last thing that I want to talk to you guys about before we open it up for a Q&A for you guys is, how do I enroll? So you're like, okay, I know what a coach does. I know that I might be just starting my journey, and I'm ready to inspire people. I'm ready to talk about it. I'm not scared. Or maybe I just want the discount and I'm ready for that too. And I want to start on my, my fitness, my health journey. So how do I do it? So the first thing that we have to decide is which workout program are we going to choose for you based on your goals, where you're at, what you want to be doing. Guys, we have like over 20 programs now. So it's not like I haven't worked out in a really long time. I just had a baby. I don't know where to start. I don't like cardio. It's all crap, because we have something for everybody. So it doesn't matter where you are in your journey. We can find something for you. You don't have to pick it yourself. What I want you to do is go to the coach that brought you on this call and say, hey, I'm ready. I'm ready to start my journey. Can you help me find a program? Us as the coach are more than willing to help you do that. So we're going to pick a program. And the really cool thing about these programs, you guys, is that we've bundled them into like a super savings bundle. You're going to get your workout program. You get a month's supply of Shakeology, which is like a godsend to me, and I'm not quite sure what I would do without it. So 30 meals, you're going to get that. We can sign you up as a coach with your Coach Business Center, with your websites, everything, our team training, our team calls, our hotlines, everything. And we set it up in a pack that you save like $100. So it's sweet. You get to get started. We send you your little pack. You get to open it and be super excited that you have like a business in a box, and it's awesome. I want you guys to know that it does cost $15 a month to be a coach, whether you are a discount coach or if you are working the business. I'll tell you guys a little secret. When I started as a skincare specialist and I started my business, it cost me over $10,000, not including my schooling or my building or any of that. Literally like equipment and product, $10,000 to start a business that I did not even make a fraction of the money that I do in this business. So just understand that $15, you guys, is not a scary investment for something like this. And if all else fails, you got a wicked workout program. Right? So don't be afraid of that. $15 a month, you're going to save 25% off of everything that you buy. So you could look at it like a Costco membership. $15 a month. And like I said, you're going to save the $100 off that initial pack. And the really cool thing that I'm super excited about, you guys, is we have decided to do team-wide challenges. So you have basically two options. You can either join up with your coach. Most of the coaches that would have referred you to this call, they run challenge groups. So basically what that is it's a group on Facebook you can plug into. You're going to find so much support and motivation on your own journey within that group. You're going to meet tons of other wicked ladies. You're going to start your journey together and get in the challenge. Honestly, they're awesome. So there's going to be that, or there'll be the team-wide challenge. If you sign up as a coach right now, what we're doing for the month of January is all coaches are actually doing their own challenge. So it's not us training a whole bunch of other people. It's literally us as coaches, as business builders, as the ones that are inspiring people. We're all going to get together in a challenge, and we're going to do it together to make sure that our fitness, our health, our everything is main priority. So I'm really, really, really excited for that challenge. You have two options if you become a coach. So I hope that I answered your guys' questions. I hope that you found something inspirational from my story. I hope that I told you my story thorough enough that you understand that I did not have a background in this business, that I didn't know anything more than anybody else. I had this burning desire to help people. And that's all I have done for the last 3 years, is just went out and seeked to help other people. And that's all his business is. I hope that you understand that. I hope that I explain the money thing enough to you guys that I want you to know that you don't have to know everything about everything. The more people that you help, it's going to be a direct reflection in your income. I'm going to help you build a business. My coaches that I have signed up are going to help you build a business. Their coaches are going to do the same. We're all going to do it together. And it's the most rewarding thing I have ever done in my whole life. So I hope that you guys took some stuff from this. If you guys have any questions at all, I want to open it up right now for you guys. You can unmute yourselves and ask me a question if you have one. You can type it in the chat window. If you look at the very bottom of the screen, it says chat. You can click on that. You can send me a message. If you have questions, I'm going to hang out for like another 5 minutes. Let me know. We can open it up for discussion. Let me know what you're thinking, feedback, what you're scared about. The more you guys talk, the easier it is for me to train my team as well. So fire away. I don't want to hear crickets. You guys are so quiet. How about I just unmute you all? Okay, so the first question says, how many people did you have on your first challenge? So honestly, my first challenge group consisted of my mom and my sister. And no, truly, my first fit club, everything was like my mom and my sister. But it didn't matter to me. This was not a numbers game for me in the beginning. What this was I really, really wanted to help myself first. And I realized the potential in the health products. I realized how incredible Shakeology actually is for your body. I realized how freaking awesome I felt when I was working out and I was taking care of myself. And it wasn't about numbers for me. It was about, I want to help my mom. I want to help my sister. I want to help my other sisters. I want to talk to my cousins about it. My best friend, I know that she's tired too. I want to help her. I want to help my dad, right? So it wasn't necessarily how many people can I get into my challenge group when I started as a coach. It was like, out of my family and my close friends, who can I help, live a better life right away. So my first challenge group was very small. My mom and my sister, and then, maybe an aunt and a friend joined. My business didn't really take off until about 4 months into my coaching journey, at which point I had been posting quite a bit on Facebook. I've been talking about it. I was starting to get a transformation. People were building that trust in me, and they knew that I was going to stick around and that I was, serious about the coaching thing. And I signed up in November, and it was like January, February that I, had like 20, 30 people that had started to follow me on my journey that I was helping. So did that answer your question? Yeah. Okay, so the next question says, and I don't know who it's from because it's just from an iPhone. It says, the coach challenge group, how does it work? So basically what we're going to be doing is it's going to be a group right on Facebook, a private group on Facebook. As you become a coach, as you sign up, we have a couple days left to do it so that your challenge pack arrives in time. Your challenge pack is that little box that I was talking about that includes everything that you need. Once that comes in the mail, we're going to add you to the private group on Facebook. And it's just going to be like a wide open community where we can go and ask questions. We can say, hey, I'm struggling with this. We're going to be able to post recipes, motivational stuff. We're going to be able to talk about, just different stuff that's going on, helping each other and celebrating. And honestly, you guys, that has been the most incredible part of running challenge groups, is the people that come back and they're like, I feel incredible. I fit into my pants, or I lost 5 pounds, and everybody in the group's like, yeah, you lost 5 pounds. And it's the most incredible thing. Any of you that have been in my challenge group or have ran a challenge group, it's just, the best feeling in the world. So that's what it's going to be, but it's going to be a little bit different. The coach group itself, because it's people that, how do I say this? We're not necessarily having to help people. We're more motivating each other on like an equal level. if that makes sense. So we're not having to, do the motivating and that kind of stuff. We're just kind of all on the journey together. And the really cool thing about that as well is, often when you sign up as a coach, it's kind of scary to run your first challenge group. So if we can all get in there, we're all coaches. There's like no judgment. We have no responsibility kind of in there. It's going to give you a really, really good taste of what the business is about, how challenge groups are run, how to promote the different products, and, how to go about doing your own journey as well. So I hope that answers your question. The next question is, what do you do with the people in your challenge that stop posting and eating healthy? Do you contact them and ask them what happened? So I'll be totally honest with you guys. And the thing with this business is that we are in the business of helping the willing. Okay, so we're not chasing people around, making sure that they're drinking their shake and that, they're trying to lose weight and that they're doing everything that we told them that they're supposed to be doing. That is not our job. That is not your job. Your job is to work with the willing, those people that really do need your help, the people that have asked for your help, the people that want that. They want to be in the group. And the more people that you talk to, the more people that you help, the easier that becomes. So I hope that makes sense. You're not going to be able to please everybody. You're not going to be able to get everybody results. But if you're there, you're busting your butt, you're working out, you're loving it, and, you're happy, it's the inspirational thing that people just naturally want to follow you on that. It's not you chasing them around telling them what to do. So I hope that makes sense. And then the next question is, what if people close to you don't want to get involved right now? Can you still get started? Absolutely. And I'm going to be the first to tell you that, some of our families are extremely critical people. And when you start something like this, they're like, I don't like it. It's a scam, or it's another one of those rap things. Can I say that? But you know what I mean, right? You get the gist of it. So please understand that when you do start this business, people are not just going to come flocking to you and everyone's going to join up with you all at once. The thing that I make sure that you focus on first when you start as a coach is I make sure that you're focusing on yourself first. You are number one. You come first. Your journey, you being healthy, you loving this is always number one first. If you're working on that and you're making that your priority, people are naturally going to want to follow you. So don't be worried about that. There's always going to be people that do want your help right away. There's always going to be people, whether it's because they truly want to join up with your challenge or because they feel bad for you that you haven't signed anybody up. I'm just kidding. But truly, there's going to be people, and there are people that I signed up in the very beginning as a coach that only stuck with it for 1 month. And there are people that are still now signing up with me even this month that I talked to 3 years ago that were just not ready then to start their journey. And that's okay with me. So do you have to have, a huge list of people that you can think of that want to join your challenge right now in order for you to become a coach? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I train you. I train you on how to talk on social media. I teach you what to say, how to invite people, who to talk to, and, how to deal with objections as well. So don't worry about that kind of thing. Does that answer your question? Yes. I hope so.
Yes. I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you. Yes. I love it when there's humans.
Yes.
Why is talking to speak? Oh, it's so funny. Don't talk back and shut their video off and they're horrified. I'm like, look at me right now. It's so funny. My team knows that if we have a Zoom before 11 o'clock any day of the week, expect my makeup to be halfway down my face and my hair everywhere. And I'm Grammys. So don't worry about that. That's awesome.
Attractive.
Right, so I think that's it for questions. I think that's it for questions. So if you guys don't have any more questions, I just want to thank you so much for being here. I want to congratulate you as well on taking your first step to being in control. Whatever that means to you, it's different for everybody. So congratulations on, just being curious, on showing up and taking that first step on wondering, is there something else out there for me? And I'm really, really excited to chat with all of you guys. So just get a hold of the coach that did invite you to this call. If you have any questions, we would love to talk to you. And I'm really excited for the challenge group that's starting up. So if you guys are interested in that, let your coaches know. If you have any more questions, feel free to shoot me a message on Facebook. All right? All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.